This show is part of OnePlace, a daily network of focused briefings across the stories people follow most.
Welcome to the Roundup. We have a packed show today covering major legal troubles for sports icons, red carpet triumphs, and some serious concerns from Hollywood's inner circles. Let's get into it.
Tiger Woods was arrested after a rollover car crash.
Taylor Swift stunned in green at the iHeartRadio Awards.
David Beckham reveals his kids' funny knighthood questions.
Britney Spears breaks her silence following a DUI arrest.
New mugshot shows Tiger Woods looking dazed after crash.
Donald Trump reacts to his friend Tiger Woods' accident.
J.K. Rowling supports the controversial Harry Potter TV reboot.
Zendaya's new director faces backlash over a resurfaced essay.
Britney Spears is reportedly attending AA meetings in L.A.
Jennifer Aniston's friends worry about her hypnotist boyfriend's influence.
First, the Tiger Woods news.
The sports world is in shock following the arrest of golf legend Tiger Woods in Martin County, Florida. According to police reports, Woods was involved in a serious two-car accident where his Range Rover SUV ended up rolled over on its side. Sheriff John Budenseek stated during a press conference that Woods appeared to be under the influence of some type of medication or drug, describing him as lethargic when officers arrived on the scene. While he was fortunately uninjured, he was taken into custody and faces misdemeanor charges for DUI with property damage and refusal to submit to a lawful test. This incident brings back memories of his scary 2021 crash that nearly cost him his leg.
It is a relief that he is physically okay, especially considering the vehicle was found on the driver's side. Eyewitnesses initially thought he looked all right, and sources confirmed that his girlfriend Vanessa Trump and her daughters were not in the car at the time. However, the legal ramifications are significant. He is currently required to stay in county jail for at least 8 hours following the arrest. This situation is particularly concerning given his history with similar incidents. Fans are hoping for the best, but the details coming from the Martin County Sheriff's Office suggest a very difficult road ahead for the athlete as he navigates these new charges and the public scrutiny that inevitably follows such a high-profile arrest.
Next, Taylor's big night.
Taylor Swift made a triumphant return to the spotlight at the iHeartRadio Music Awards, ending her recent red carpet hiatus. She looked absolutely stunning in a seafoam green two-piece ensemble by Wiederhoeft, paired with Jimmy Choo heels. While she walked the carpet solo, she was joined inside by her fiancé, Travis Kelce. The night was a massive success for her as she took home the Artist of the Year award. During her acceptance speech, she gave a heartfelt shout-out to Travis, attributing her current happiness and confidence to his presence in her life. It was a rare public moment of vulnerability for the couple, who have been the subject of intense media fascination since they first started dating last year.
Travis Kelce also turned heads with a sharp new look featuring a well-groomed beard and a tight fade haircut. Beyond the fashion, there has been a lot of talk about his professional future. Details of his new contract with the Kansas City Chiefs recently emerged, revealing a 3-year deal worth $57 million. However, NFL experts suggest it functions more like a 1-year contract with extension options, potentially earning him up to $20 million this year, depending on bonuses. The couple truly seemed like the prom king and queen of the event, mingling with other stars and athletes. It is clear that Taylor is in a very positive place right now, both personally and professionally, as she continues her record-breaking career.
Now to the Beckhams.
Sir David Beckham recently shared a humorous anecdote about his children's reaction to his knighthood. The former football star was honored by King Charles at Windsor Castle for his extensive services to sport and charity, including his long-standing work with UNICEF. During an interview on TalkSport Drive, David revealed that his kids, Romeo, Cruz, and Harper, immediately asked if his new title came with any extra privileges for them. He jokingly told them that they already have plenty of privileges and that nothing would be changing in that department. He noted that the only real change in his daily life is the updated notepaper he uses for sending out thank you letters. It is a grounded perspective from one of the world's most famous families.
Despite the lighthearted questions from his children, David emphasized that receiving the knighthood was one of the best days of his life, ranking just behind his wedding and the births of his children. The ceremony was a family affair, though his eldest son Brooklyn was notably absent. David also took the opportunity to praise his youngest son Cruz, who is pursuing a career in music. Cruz has recently formed a band called Cruz Beckham and the Breakers and released an album. It seems the Beckham children are continuing to find their own paths in the spotlight, even as their father reaches new heights of prestige within the British honor system. The family remains a tight-knit unit despite the constant media attention surrounding them.
Moving to Britney Spears.
Britney Spears has officially broken her silence 3 weeks after her DUI arrest in California. She took to Instagram to share a video of herself looking healthy and happy while spending time with her 19-year-old son, Jaden. In the post, she expressed her gratitude for the support she has received and emphasized how much of a blessing it is to be with family and friends. This update is particularly encouraging following reports that she has been sober since the incident on March 3rd. Sources indicate that she has been attending Alcoholics Anonymous meetings regularly in the Los Angeles area. She is reportedly being very open and honest in these meetings, finding that sharing her heart is the best way for her to heal.
The singer's commitment to sobriety is driven by her desire to be there for her children. While her sons have been living in Hawaii, they have reportedly been by her side over the past few weeks, which has been a major source of comfort for her. The video she shared showed her dancing playfully with Jaden, appearing composed and energetic. It is a significant shift from the worrying headlines that followed her arrest. By joining the ranks of other celebrities who have publicly navigated the path of recovery through AA, Britney seems to be taking proactive steps toward a healthier lifestyle. Fans are rallying behind her, hoping this period of stability and family connection continues to provide the strength she needs during this time.
Back to Tiger's arrest.
The release of Tiger Woods' mugshot has provided a sobering look at the golfer following his recent arrest. In the photo, Woods appears dazed and glassy-eyed, which aligns with the sheriff's description of him being lethargic at the scene of the crash. The accident occurred near Jupiter Island when Woods allegedly tried to pass a flatbed truck at high speed, clipping it and causing his Land Rover to roll over. Sheriff Budenseek confirmed that while Woods was not physically injured, he exhibited clear signs of impairment. This incident is unfortunately reminiscent of his 2017 arrest, where he was found asleep at the wheel due to a mix of prescription painkillers. The current charges include DUI and refusal to submit to a drug test.
Adding a strange layer to the story, Donald Trump had actually made a prediction about Woods just 1 day before the crash. During a television appearance, Trump mentioned that while he loves Tiger, he didn't think the golfer would be playing in the Masters. Following the news of the accident, Trump expressed his sympathy, calling Woods a very close friend and an amazing person who was going through some difficulty. The sheriff's department is still investigating whether Woods was wearing a seatbelt at the time of the rollover. This latest legal trouble adds to a complicated legacy for the golf icon, who has spent years trying to move past previous scandals and health issues. The public is now waiting to see how this case develops.
More on Trump's reaction.
Donald Trump spoke more extensively about Tiger Woods' arrest while in Miami for a summit. He reiterated his feelings of sadness for his friend, noting that Woods is an awesome person who is currently facing some difficult challenges. Trump declined to comment on the specifics of any potential injuries, simply stating that he didn't want to talk about that aspect. The crash, which happened around 2 p.m. in Jupiter, was reportedly caused by excessive speed. Eyewitnesses noted that 2 vehicles were involved, but Woods was the only one facing charges. The Martin County Sheriff's Office detailed that the investigation began immediately when officers noticed signs of impairment. The Land Rover was found lying on its driver's side door after the high-speed collision.
The sheriff explained that a pressure cleaner truck was attempting to turn into a driveway when Woods' vehicle tried to overtake it at high speed. The resulting impact was severe enough to flip the SUV. Despite the dramatic nature of the rollover, Woods was able to walk away without major physical harm. However, the refusal to take a breathalyzer or blood test has led to additional legal complications. Trump's public support highlights the long-standing relationship between the two, but it doesn't change the gravity of the situation. As the legal process moves forward, the focus remains on the circumstances that led to such a dangerous incident on a public road. The community in Jupiter is certainly shaken by the news of their famous neighbor's latest trouble.
Next, the Potter reboot.
J.K. Rowling has publicly voiced her support for the upcoming Harry Potter television reboot, despite the intense backlash the project is facing. The series is set to premiere on Max in May, featuring an entirely new cast. Rowling took to social media to express her excitement, stating that the show is going to be incredible. However, the production has been marred by controversy, particularly regarding the casting of Papa Esidu as Severus Snape. Esidu, a black actor, has revealed that he has been targeted with horrific death threats since the news broke. The character was famously played by the late Alan Rickman in the original films. This has sparked a heated debate among fans about the direction of the new adaptation and the treatment of the actors.
The level of hostility has prompted network executives to implement strict security measures and social media training for the cast. Casey Bloys of Max acknowledged that they anticipated some pushback given the passionate nature of the fanbase, but the severity of the threats is deeply concerning. Esidu spoke out about the emotional toll this has taken on him, noting that no one should face such danger just for doing their job. He mentioned receiving messages telling him to quit or face violence. Despite these challenges, the production is moving forward with its goal of reimagining the beloved series for a new generation. Rolling's endorsement is a significant boost for the project, but the safety and well-being of the cast remain a top priority for the network.
Now, a director's controversy.
Christopher Borgli, the director of the upcoming film The Drama, starring Zendaya and Robert Pattinson, is under fire for a resurfaced essay from 2012. In the piece, Borgli discussed his relationship with a 16-year-old girl when he was 27. While 16 is the legal age of consent in Norway, the essay has sparked outrage for the way he attempted to justify the 10-year age gap. He referred to it as a May-December romance and admitted that he had to recalibrate his moral compass to continue the relationship. He even mentioned that his friends told him it was not within bounds, but he chose to ignore them. The resurfacing of these comments has led to significant criticism of the filmmaker as he prepares for his high-profile new project.
In the essay, Borgli cited Woody Allen's film Manhattan as a reason why his own relationship should be considered acceptable, noting that Allen's character had a public relationship with a 17-year-old. This comparison has only added fuel to the fire given the long-standing controversies surrounding Woody Allen. Borgli described the situation as an emotional dilemma, but ultimately defended his choices by saying the heart wants what it wants. Critics argue that his perspective is deeply problematic and raises questions about his judgment. As the director of a major film featuring two of Hollywood's biggest stars, the scrutiny on his past writings is intense. It remains to be seen how this controversy will affect the production or the public's perception of the upcoming movie as it moves toward release.
Back to Britney's recovery.
More details have emerged regarding Britney Spears' recent arrest and her subsequent efforts to stay sober. Reports indicate that at the time of her DUI arrest, police found an unknown substance in her car, which some sources suggest may have been Adderall. The pills were reportedly being tested for other dangerous substances like fentanyl or cocaine. In the wake of this, Britney's manager Kate Hudson expressed hope that this would be a turning point for her. It appears she is taking that to heart, as insiders claim she hasn't touched alcohol in over 3 weeks. Her commitment to AA meetings in Los Angeles is seen as a very positive step. She is reportedly replacing her old habits with fancy coffee drinks and focusing entirely on her health.
The presence of her sons, Jaden and Sean Preston, has been a vital part of her recovery process. Having them close again is said to be healing her heart and providing the motivation she needs to stay on the right path. Her recent social media post with Jaden was a clear signal to fans that she is doing much better. The source mentioned that she loves being able to pour her heart out in her meetings, finding it a necessary part of her healing journey. After years of struggling with her freedom and public image, this move towards sobriety and family reconciliation is a welcome change. Fans are hopeful that she continues to surround herself with supportive people and maintains this positive momentum in her personal life.
Finally, Jennifer Aniston's relationship.
Jennifer Aniston's inner circle, including her longtime best friend Courtney Cox, is reportedly concerned about her relationship with hypnotist Jim Curtis. The couple has been dating for nearly a year, and while they usually keep things private, Curtis recently shared intimate details about their life together on a podcast. He spoke about how they handle disagreements and the importance of repair in their relationship. This level of openness is very out of character for Aniston, who is known for being fiercely private. Her friends worry that she might be losing sight of her own boundaries and needs because she is so enamored with him. There are even reports that she won't make any plans without consulting him first, which has set off alarm bells for those closest to her.
While her friends don't necessarily dislike Jim, they fear that Jennifer is abandoning herself to the relationship. They describe her as being joined at the hip with him, which is a significant shift from her usual independent nature. The real concern lies in how much influence he seems to have over her public and private life. Courtney Cox reportedly wants her friend to be happy, but is cautious about the pace and intensity of this romance. It is a delicate situation, as Aniston seems very content with the wellness coach. However, the shift in her behavior has been enough to cause genuine worry among her tight-knit group of friends. They are keeping a close eye on things, hoping she maintains her sense of self while navigating this new chapter.
That wraps up our roundup for today. Thank you for joining us for these updates. We will be back tomorrow with more of the stories you follow most. Have a great day.